Okay now. Sunni to recording. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidanandamurtaye Nisprapanchaya Santaya Niralambaya Tejase Sankaram Sankaracharyam Kesavam Badarayanam Sutrabhasakritam Vande Bhagavanto Punaha Punaha ईश्वरगुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ओम्। Today and now we are going to study Atmabodhah and continuing the chapters from the yesterday. So we have been studying that is the Atmabodhah chapter 1, the third sutras, and we are today going to study the chapter 2 and the sutra number, the chapter 4, the verses number 4, but sometimes it's top 1, top 2, top 3 like that. But somehow we are going to study verses number 4. If you go to Google, sometimes you can find out. If Atman know Atmabodha, maybe you can share so they can at least know the sutras. It's not something I'm speaking out of the scriptures. So I'm speaking the scriptures, shastras, as per the Adiguru Shankaracharya. What is the Atmabodha? So we believe, so Adiguru Shankaracharya is the enlightenment master, enlightenment guru, and out of his experience and of the Atmajnana, and he was one of the Brahmagyani, Atmajnani, and who written these books. And that is all in Sanskrit. They say, Parichinna eva jnana tannase sati kevalaha swayam prakasate atma megha parse suhanivaha. They say, Parichinna eva jnana tannase sati kevalaha swayam prakasate ha atma megha megha pai suma suma niva. You say parichinna. Parichinna means limited. Eva jnana. They say eva means eva jnana. Chinna means and like a chiseling, or we take a hammer and chisel and the start chiseling out what is not wanted. So for example, chinnamat means like you chopping the stones and you want to make the statue. So, the out of stone you make statue, but something you make the chopping around it, so that what is not necessarily. So that is called chinna, parichinna. Eva jnana. Eva jnana. The infinite is conditioned, made limited by something. Parichinna eva, as if it is limited, means that infinite cannot be made limited. And if there is a limitation referred to the infinite, it is as if but not reality. The self appears to be limited. This is self appears to be limited on account of wrong notion, ignorance. Ignorance. This is parichinna eva jnanatra nasi sati kevalaha. So sometimes we think ourselves only as a body, mind, intellect, or this gross body. So this is the ignorance. This is not the complete knowledge. Not complete. That is called ignorance. So therefore, this is self appears to be limited on account of wrong notions or ignorance. When it is destroying the immaculate self without any multiplicity is recognized essentially. The self reveals itself as the sun revealed when the clouds are depart. So now we have to understand Parichinniva Jnanam Jnana Nasi Sati Kevalaha Swayam Prakasate Hatma Mega Parthe Suhaniva Swayam Prakasate. Say Swayam means say by your own Prakasate, the lightning. Hatma, the Atma, the soul. And you can experience the soul as a light by your own self when, or like for example, when the clouds are removed, one can see the sun as well. Say Mega Parsve, say Mega Parsve. The self reveals itself as the reveal, and say when the clouds are depart. So sometimes we can see the sky also blue sky if there is the remove all kind of clouds, or we can see the sun when clouds are gone. So sometimes sun hiding behind the clouds. When clouds are removed, we can see the sun. Similarly, when ignorance and the avidya, and when you are free from avidya or ignorance, naturally we can see ourselves. And so far we see ourselves only the body and mind, this physical body, but that called limited knowledge, and it is called ignorance, avidya, and that is called notion, parichinna. So that is the sutra number 4. Sutra number 4. So that it must be clear. So therefore, and this book name called Atmabodhah, how to know yourself, to know yourself. To know yourself means, I repeat again and again, it is the science of Vedanta, Advaita philosophy, and it is called metaphysics. It is a metaphysics as per the spiritual science. Metaphysics something is which is higher truth, cannot be understood by intellect or the mind or through the gross senses. So that to be clear. Then, and we shall go to the sutra number and 5. Sutra number 5. Ajnana kalusam jivam jnanabhya sardhi nirmalam kritva jnanam sayam nasye jaram kata karenuvan. They say ajnana kalusam jivam, ajnana, ignorance, again absence of knowledge. Ajnana kalusam, kalusam means say, it can say sin or papa. The wrong notion of being a limited self is negated by the practice of knowledge. Thereafter, the knowledge also disappears to the, they say, thereafter the knowledge also disappears to the thought free experience of the self, just as the alum spume settles down along with the muddy particles in the turbid water. So let we shall understand properly these sutras. They say Ajnana Kalusam, Jivam. Agyan, ignorance, Vidya Kalusam, the Papa. Papa means say sin. Jivam. Jiva means Jiva, Jivatma, Atma, and Paramatma. So Jiva means individual self, like we are Jivatma ourselves. Carry our soul and also life. Jiva means life. Atma means soul. And you carry the soul with the prana. eh? So when the soul is out of our body, then what do you call? The natural prana also goes out. So prana merges with the cosmic pranas that we have, what we have been studied. So when soul is out, prana is out, what do we call declare ourselves? Dead. We don't know ourselves, right? So what happening? I mean, we see the people how they die. Even you don't need to see yourself, you are died. How to see yourself? So we have to and check outside when people die, what happens? Hmm? So prana is out of body. Even life is out of body. Soul is out of body. eh? So that is the ajnana kalasam jiva. So this we have to be wise. You have to wise. Okay. So you have to wise so that you supposed not sad eh, about to others. Not to be depressed about somebody die. You supposed not to be sad. And it is the truth. Because you have to see outside, this is not truth, this is not real. That's called ajnana, ignorance. Somebody you see outside is a body only. For example, our beloveds, our father, mother, sisters, whatever, dog, cat, mouse, whatever we have. Eh? Sometimes when they die, we are very sad, we are very depressed. For a long time, we are suffering psychological things, but we have to understand this is not true. That is called ajnana. Ajnana kalasam. So that the reason we are suffering. If somebody die, we are suffering. Why? Because we think, and this is the reality. The body is the reality, eh? But actually not reality. So same thing we have to experience ourselves. So I'm not actually this body. Body. If I am the body, then what happens? Then what happens? But body, if you are the body, why body then die? Why the soul is out? Why the prana is out? So no. So you have to be very wise, very wise. So one day your prana is out, the soul is out, body is there. And for this body we cry, suffering, sad, everything. And we supposed to see this reality. And that is the vidya, the knowledge, wisdom. And same thing is applicable to ourselves, it is applicable for others, it is applicable for the all living beings. Like you see, and even the plants, even the animals, also they have to die. They also die when prana and soul is out. And similar things you have to apply yourself so that, and for this, so you have to have proper knowledge, proper wisdom. So what we are actually understood ourselves and the body and mind and soul, and not soul even, only body and mind, or only the body. So therefore, when we lose someone, our neighbors or relatives or beloveds, whatever, so we are becoming sad because we think we are only body, nothing else. So this is called wrong notion, avidya. That you have to be very clear. But how to, this wrong notion of being is limited self is negated by the practice of knowledge. Practice of knowledge. So only we can overcome such kind of avidya, such kind of notion by the knowledge only. By the knowledge only. So thereafter the knowledge also disappears to the thought-free experience of self. Just as the alum and scum settles down along with the muddy particles in the turbid water. So now we have to go a little bit further to understand properly. You say we have to inquire ourselves and about jiva. A conditioned experience of the infinite is called jiva. Conditions expression is like when we stand in front of the mirror and see our beautiful face, whatever our age may be, we feel, ah, Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam. So when we stand in front of the mirror, what are the factors involved? One is our beautiful face. Second is a perfect mirror, as a result of which our reflection in the mirror will also be perfect. The reflection and independent expression. No, it is the conditioned expression of the independent face. If there is no conditioning of the mirror, reflection will not be. But if we remove the mirror and the reflection is gone, will you cry? Hey, where has my face gone? Is it already here? It is already here. It is already here. But the face does not go anywhere because of the face is existing independent of the mirror of the reflections. So what happening is very interesting. When you see your face on the mirror, you see beautiful face. But sometimes without mirror, you don't see the face. Does mean your face is gone. But mirror is gone, but face the remain is there. Eh? The remain is there. So similarly, but later we shall go to the whole story. So the face does not go anywhere because the face is existing independent of the mirror or the reflection. This is where other than Vedanta. Everybody makes a mistake where they talk of the soul as going and coming from the body. It is a bluff on the spiritual path. This belief of last life, this life, next life, sin and merits, going to hell or heaven is a myth. Nobody has gone to hell or heaven because you are creating it here itself. Why go anywhere? Hmm? Why go anywhere? Inquire who is this jiva? Who is this body? Then you come to know that when I, as a man, get conditioned by the wife, a husband is born. Now, who is this miserable? Man is never miserable and husband is never happy. So that is why people options for a divorce or they pray. Husband is the conditioned expression of man. Now, what that man has to do? Kill the wife? No, just take her lightly, even she is heavy. So when you take the life in the light of the wisdom, you will see that you will be able to play all the roles that you have to, and yet maintain that you are the conscious, blissful reality. How simple it is, but we struggle. No, I want to do meditation. Do not disturb. And what is this meditation? I told him to go, but I do not know whether he has taken breakfast or not. I kept it on the table. I hope he has seen that. It's very crazy, you know. I do not know. So, where from this fellow came into my life? Friends, all the spiritual practice is to only come to recognize that unbroken absolute truth that is expressing through every conditioning. What sadhana will you to do? Recognize yourself as a man, not a husband alone, or recognize yourself as a woman, not wife alone. Therefore, all spiritual practices play the various roles that you have to play. Let us not get carried away as a result. You'll always be living in meditation and not a struggle in meditations. So that is the story comes. You see, very interesting story. Eh? At first, as a we are meditator, we think as a man or woman. But sometimes you play so many roles, so many roles in your life as a husband, as a wife, as a brother, as a sister, as an aunt, as a daughter, as a partner, as a student, as a teacher. So many roles you have, right? But these are not, these are the roles, are the not real identifications, right? So sometimes if your teacher squirrel as a student, you feel upset. If you are becoming wife, your husband, for example, did some creating some problems and you feel problems. But same time, if you only feel I'm the simple, I'm not this body, only the soul. So there no chance somebody torture you, right? No husband can torture, no wife can torture, no brother can torture, no aunt, no mother, no father, no teacher, nobody torturing you. But what happening? You creating these positions and the positions of yourself and losing our real identity. Real identity. That where all problems starts in our life. So therefore, it is very interesting. So that is color avidya, ajnana kalusam. Ajnana kalusam jivam jnanava avisardhinamal. Kritva jnanam sayam nasyejolam katakarinam. The wrong notion. Wrong notion. So avidya can be removed by the constant practice of the jnana, the wisdom. Kritva jnanam swayam nasya jwalam kata runam. Kata runam. So therefore, so we have to be very clear that how we can recognize ourselves, how to self, and by and free from the all kind of ajnana. So this is the sutra number 5. So constant practice jnana. This is then say that then jnana, abhyasa, sadhani nirmalam. He has to practice. Past practice, when you sit for meditation, is that under any circumstances, I cannot be the body. This is more important than the chanting the name. Out of practice only, we consider ourselves to the body. Nobody has told us. Nothing can prove logically or biologically that we have created this body. Nor does the body ever listen to us. On what grounds are we carrying the load of the body? So that is how the story goes on long way. But you have to understand now. So how and you can recognize of yourself by constant practice. By constant practice. Like Sunday, the example comes here. Oh, my brother create problems for me because you are the sister, right? You creating this and the positions of society. I'm a sister. So that's the reason the problem come brother. I'm the wife. The problem come from husband. I'm the aunt. Problem come from the others. So this generally and when and you take something as a position as identity in social life, so problems are comes directly to you. And when you are no wife, so no husband can create problem for you, right? Therefore, some people divorce. I don't want problem for my husband, therefore I divorce, right? And when one divorce, sometimes they have no problems at all, right? That problems not come from husband, of course, but a problem come other sides too. Huh? That is how we creating the problems for ourselves, ourselves, and that you know also. That you know. So therefore, sometimes say, okay, the husband is gone. I have the boyfriend. Okay, the boyfriend problem now comes. Okay, I don't want a boyfriend. The friends also create problems, sir. But the problems remain with you, no matter either your husband, either you have husband or wife or brother, or sister, beloveds, partners, student, disciples, whatever. Problems remain no matter in the samsara. So therefore, so you have to uh, lose the self notions. So you have to very clear, I'm not this body at all. So therefore, if I'm not this body and mind, so there no chance. So you can be wife or husband, brother or sister or mother. There no chance. So that you have to be very clear tonight. Because when you create any positions in your life and identify yourself, I'm the wife of someone, but problems, of course, come from husband, right? And that is our social life. When you say my dog, my cat, so what happening? My dog, my cat. If your cat is sick, you're becoming sick because that is your cat, right? So when a cat is die, so what is more then? Or divorce, for example, you marry, it's all my husband creating a lot of problems. And when you divorce, so there are no problems anymore from the husband. So similarly, and so such kind of identification and creating a lot of problems in our life. So we have to be very clear that, and that you have to put into meditations. If really and facing many problems in your life or difficulties or sad or depressions, for example. So that you have to think about it. Nobody can help you. Nobody can help you. But but you must meditate on it. Meditate on it. Therefore, for example, I have this ashram, and if some my neighbors are creating problems because I have the ashram, so neighbor can create problems. Then naturally face the problems too. So therefore, if ashram, then problem come. If no ashram, then no problems. Right? So similar. So you have to understand also this kind of the material world as well. So without and that is very difficult. Easy to speak, but difficult to practice, right? That you know also. That you know also difficult to practice. But somehow you have to put into practice if you want to be happy and peaceful and going to know yourself. Hmm? So now we have to stop for a moment, then we can start. Okay. So we stop.